Good morning, guys. It is October 8th, and this is episode 17 of The Cut, I believe. So as you guys saw just before this, I weighed in pretty light today. It's a good thing. I was quite a bit under on calories yesterday. So again, it's kind of hard to judge sometimes if your weight is truly dropping because you're losing tissue, or if it's dropping because you drank less water or you ate more carbs one day. So it's just, your weight can fluctuate a lot. There can be a lot of variables that impact it. So yes, it can make for a really helpful, quick, day-to-day, week-to-week metric. But you still gotta not get too much emotions wrapped up in it. Just take the measurement, record it, and then use it as a trend later. So but in some, it's good. It's good that it looks like I'm weighing lighter. We'll see if that continues. And I can continue to stay down around the 218, 217 mark. This morning, I got up, it's about 7:10 a.m. Woke up about 6 a.m. I've got some buddies coming over to lift in my garage. We're gonna do back and biceps, I believe. Or at least that's what I plan to do. So you'll get to see some of that. I am currently drinking some iced coffee. Funny enough, I actually made this coffee last night because after I filmed the last clip of episode 16, I went inside, made some coffee, and thought, oh man, I'm gonna sit down and just game for the rest of the night because I kind of finished up the work I needed to do, and I was just gonna tear into some Gears of War or Call of Duty because I hadn't played in 4 months almost. And then I laid my head down next to Cal, and bang, I was out. So I repurposed the coffee. I actually put it in the fridge, chilled it, and now I'm gonna drink it for some iced coffee because while it is a day old, I just don't see the point in wasting well brewed good coffee, and it does taste just fine cold. And if the day oldness bothers you, add a little bit of cream and a little bit of sugar like so many people do. It'll cover it all up, but make sure you track because those macros still count. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm actually working on editing. See, I've got episodes 13, 14, 15, and 16, and now 17 to edit and upload. I'm daily vlogging, but keeping up with editing and then uploading them in the evening is difficult. It's tough, especially when you're continuing to try to make content for that day and then edit the previous days. And then on top of it, you're also trying to do all the other stuff you do, which, like, for me, that means think of blog posts, that's Instagrams, that's Snapchat stories, Facebook. So it can be tough to keep up with. I haven't been the greatest at it, but I'm gonna upload them. The content's there, it's good. It all makes one story, so I figure it's not a big deal if they get up a little late, but you guys are gonna honestly be the deciders on that. So let me know if you guys really want them up the day of that they are filmed. I will make every effort to make that happen. But if you don't mind them being, a day or two behind, then we're all good. So I guess we'll see what you guys think. So yeah, I'm gonna edit some video, wait on my friends to get here, and then we're gonna lift. So yeah, I'll be shooting clips like all throughout stuff. So I'll just break back in. I'm still waiting on my buddies to arrive, but in the meantime, let me show you these sweet ass socks that I'm wearing. I actually got these socks for my wedding day. See, they got they're red and black. They got kind of like a Nike dry fit kind of fit and style, but they've got like that like a Superman emblem in red on the front. Pretty cool. Yeah, I wore this on my wedding day just to be like funny. And something different, but now they're one of my favorite pair of socks. And if you guys thought I was a Superman fan, if that makes you think I'm a Superman fan, I named my son Cal, so think about that. In fact, actually, it's kind of funny, like I always was a big fan of superheroes just in general, like growing up and through high school. But what really sold me on like Superman was the most recent movie they made, the Man of Steel movie. that reboot kind of the storyline and everything. Just I really liked it, really enjoyed it. Loved the kind of new, I don't know, it's not dark, it's not how to describe it, I don't know, it's just a different spin on it. And I really loved how like the explanation of the symbol on the chest, and kind of like what that means and how it symbolizes the House of El, but that's also a symbol of hope. I don't know, I just really like all that idealism. So yeah, big fan. So I'm still drinking coffee, still waiting. I am kind of planning out our workout as we speak, so I'll show you guys that once I get here. I'll film a little clip of it. So, and then you guys of course will get a clip of actual training, so no worries there. Alright guys, so here's the workout I'm planning to have us all do today. So it's me, it's me, my buddy Dane, who's kind of same size, same strength level as me, my buddy Brian, who's is more of a novice than I guess I would say an advanced lifter, and then my buddy Dane's daughter Avery is going to lift with us. So we'll kind of scale the weights and stuff to each individual strength level, but I'm kind of basically just kind of having them do kind of my programming along with me. So it's back and bicep day, and we're just going to get a ton of volume and really focus on that metabolic stress piece, the mechanical tension, and the muscular damage. So we're going to start with a barbell bent over row for 4x8. I always like to start lifts with, let me pause the music. I always like to start lifts with a big complex movement, so I always like to start with a row, some kind of row first on back day. 4x8, so we're going a little heavier, a little lower reps. Then this next two exercises, since I only have one close grip attachment to use with the T-bar row, two of us are going to do the T-bar rows, two of us are going to do the one-arm dumbbell rows, and then we'll switch. Still a little lower reps, a little heavier on the weights, nice slow controlled reps. Then we're going to move to a dumbbell chest supported row. I've got two incline benches, so we'll both do those simultaneously. Then we're going to do some pump work on the bent over W's for that middle back and upper back. Then we're going to do some curls. We're going to do some drag curls, some reverse curls, and some dumbbell alternating curls. And we're going to go, the way I write a lot of programs is I typically start with lower reps to higher reps. So it should be fun. A lot of volume. We'll try to get the intensity up when we're doing some of those lower rep sets, but it should be a good workout. It's gonna be a ton of volume. It's definitely what I need. I know it's not so much room for those three, but more than anything, Saturday mornings are about getting together, having some time to talk and discuss the week and whatnot. You know, lift with your friends. Yeah, it should be fun. And we can always call an audible to this. Like, just because I write this down and I put this up on our whiteboard doesn't mean that like we have to automatically stick to that. Somebody may need a modification. We'll come up with one. Someone may think an exercise is they don't feel it in their back as much, so they'll switch to a different one. It's just, that's where we start. We have to have a plan so we know how we're gonna attack. That doesn't mean the plan always remains the same. You have to call an audible, you have to adjust, and we'll do that if needed. Also, you see this hoodie? Just like really cool note of progress. Like when I got this hoodie, I was in, well, I was a sophomore, no, maybe even a junior. I was like 16, weighed probably 190, 185 pounds maybe, on a good day, 190. And like it used to swallow me. Like I probably got pictures of it just being like way too huge. And now I like fill it out pretty good. So like, it's just small stuff like that. And that's over the course of like, so I'm 23 now. So 6, 7 years almost. Like it takes time. It takes time to build muscle. It takes time to put on weight. And then it also takes time to cut it off and lean out. So, and that's kind of where I am right now. Do I think that you should, you know, that you need to take 7 years to build muscle and then decide to cut it off? No, but like where my athletic career was and what I was chasing and my goals, like I spent most of that time focusing on strength, putting on size, and trying to stay relatively lean. So yeah, it's just like trusting the process and going at it. So if you're somebody out there who's like a hard gainer, who feels like you're never gonna put on muscle, like you're gonna put on muscle. It's just gonna take time. Eventually you will fill out those clothes. So just trust in the process.
Thanks, Rowan. Eric.
So we just got done lifting. Great training session. As you guys saw the workout from earlier, I kind of explained it, and you guys saw a video of it. Fast forward. I love those barbell drag curls. I just love that exercise. If anyone's never tried it before, it's super effective. It kind of gives you a similar training effect to like an incline curl, because that arm is kind of behind your body's midline at the finish and for most of the rep. So something different, something to try out. Then I had breakfast, which I showed you guys, was pancakes, eggs, and bacon. Pancakes with a little bit of syrup on them. And I wanted to show you guys how I do the syrup, and I showed you in that clip. Basically what I did was I put the bottle on the scale, zeroed it out, and then to pick the bottle up, pour how much ever syrup you want on there, and then set the bottle back down, and then you'll know. It'll say negative, but you'll know how much. So like for me it was 22 grams, and then you can track that. So simple, easy way to do it. Doesn't take a lot of like finagling or using extra dishes to measure it out, and that just creating more headache. So yeah, the rest of the plan for the day is wedding. That's kind of the big thing we have going on. Wedding at 4. Not sure what the meal / cake situation is there, but I'll make it work. And then the rest of the day will just be kind of spent doing some computer work for Freeborn Training Systems. Got to edit the videos that I was working on earlier. Didn't finish those before everybody came over. Just spend time with Cal and Kelsey. Go to the wedding, celebrate that. I'll have some clips of that in this video, so you get to see that, and then come back home and just enjoy the rest of the evening. So yeah. I guess I will see you guys later at some point today, but I don't know when, so see you then.
So as some of you may know, Bear Stearns is not the JP Morgan.
Hey guys, last clip of the day. So as you saw, we went to a wedding with a very close friend of my sister's, kind of like my sister in a way. Like, she was always like around our family and has known our family since like she was super little. So that wedding was awesome. It was really good to be there, super important. Now kind of more to the strategic side of like how to go to a wedding while you're cutting. So I woke up, lifted that morning, which I think is always important. If you think you're gonna have a evening of high expenditure in food or calories or macros, I think you should try to get a lift in or a workout in earlier in the day. Then I had breakfast, then just kind of hung around the house, drank some coffee. And then right before we went to the wedding was like at 4:30. Right before we went, like around 2:30 to 2:33, you guys saw this. I had some Greek yogurt, 2 containers, and some coffee, which I put a little bit of cream in it. And then we went to the wedding. And then at the wedding, they had basically what they had there for food was barbecued pork, I think, or brisket. I'm not really for sure. I think it was brisket. It tasted like brisket. Then they had hamburger buns to make like a brisket sandwich, some barbecue sauce, baked beans, potato salad, and I think that was it. So for me, I don't really care for potato salad. I think it's way too high in calories to make it any way enjoyable or worth the spend that it would have cost me. So no potato salad. I don't like baked beans. Didn't get the baked beans. So basically, I got a plate with a bunch of meat, probably like 8 ounces of brisket, 1 hamburger bun with a little bit of barbecue sauce on it, probably about somewhere between a tablespoon and 2 tablespoons barbecue sauce. I ate that, and then I went back for another serving, which I didn't show you guys, which was another plate of just brisket, which was like another 4 ounces with a little bit of barbecue sauce drizzled over it, and I ate that. And then for dessert, they had this awesome, delicious chocolate cake, and I had 2 pieces of that, which was awesome. And then the way I tracked the cake, because I didn't have the nutritionals on it, was I just went online, found a generic chocolate cake with macros. Like, I basically kind of used my experience of knowing, okay, what's in a cake, what's in cake mix, what ingredients, what size of the piece, and I kind of estimate like what I think the proper macros would be, and I add like 10% to it. So I just went online, got a generic chocolate cake nutritionals, put it into my macros app, added like 10% to the macros, and then tracked it twice because I had 2 pieces. And then let's see, then we went home, kind of got settled in and whatnot, and then I was still kind of hungry, so I had actually, after all that, I had plenty of macros and calories left. I had 3 more pancakes from the pancakes from earlier this morning, and then I had a little bit of syrup on those pancakes, probably like 2 tablespoons worth. It was like 22 grams, and then 3 pieces of bacon, and that was the end of the day. And that brought me like real close to my macros totals, right underneath it. My protein was low, my carbs and fat were kind of high, but my calories worked out, so it's not a huge deal. I think that's important to remember. Like, weddings and birthdays are important events, or any kind of like special occasion like that are important events. Like, they only come around so many times in a lifetime. Just because you're cutting doesn't mean you should like miss out. Just work around it. Like, choose your spots, figure out what meals you can make up your calories, make up your macros on. Even if you need to borrow a few from the next day or the day before, where you know, okay, I'm going to eat more tomorrow, so I'm going to eat a little less today. Like, I'm fine with that. I think you should strategize in a way to allow yourself to enjoy those occasions, because they're more important than any body fat percentage or cut that you're currently on. So yeah, that's my opinion. And I thought this video was like really important. This was a really important vlog to show you guys how to deal with those situations and not just let the plan go completely out the window, but how to fit that occasion into your plan. And that's the beauty of tracking and keeping track of your food intake. So yeah, I hope this helps. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was very educational to hear me talk about it and kind of see me deal with it and how I chose to deal with it. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos, and as always, I'll see you next episode. And if you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share it with anybody who you might think might enjoy it also. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk to you guys later.